Hi guys, welcome to the TOEFL speaking test. Stay tuned till the end of this video because we have some sample answers that will help you improve your answers. In the next videos, we will talk about these answers in more detail and talk about what makes them good, but also what mistakes the speakers made and what you can learn from those mistakes. Now, get ready to take the TOEFL speaking mock test.
Question 1.
In this question, you will be asked to give your opinion about a familiar topic. After you hear the question, you will have 15 seconds to prepare your response and 45 seconds to speak. Do you agree or disagree with the following statement? Parents should be involved in the process of helping their children to choose a career. Use specific examples and details to support your opinion.
Please prepare your answer after the beep. Please begin speaking after the beep.
Question 2.
In this question, you will read a short passage about a campus situation and then listen to a talk on the same topic. You will then answer a question using information from both the reading passage and the talk. After the question, you will have 30 seconds to prepare your response and 60 seconds to speak. Read a student letter from the campus newspaper. You will have 50 seconds to read the letter. Begin reading now. Now listen to two students discussing the letter.
So, Jane, what do you think of Eric's proposal?
I'm all for it.
So you think it's true, what he says about the problems with the way it's been done?
Well, yeah, I do. Take his first reason. Like, I know you don't drive, but I do drive here every day, so I need a place to park my car. And remember last year when they decided to repair some of the parking lots?
Oh, yeah, I remember that. There was a lot of work going on, wasn't there? Starting in December.
Right. At least 4 lots were closed, and that meant there weren't enough parking spots for students' and professors' cars. I usually had to circle around looking for parking on one of the streets and then walk from the street all the way to my classes.
That's annoying.
Yeah, and it happened to a lot of other people in my classes, too. People were always arriving late because of all the trouble they had parking. Sometimes even my professors were late.
Yeah.
And also, his second point, that makes sense, too. I mean, for instance, part of the reason those parking lot repairs last year took so long was because of the big snowstorms. They had to keep stopping, sometimes for a week or 2 at a time, because of snow and ice on the ground.
Yeah, I remember that. We had a bunch of big snowstorms right in a row last year.
Yeah. So with all that starting and stopping because of the weather, the job took them a lot longer to finish.
The woman expresses her opinion about the student's proposal. Briefly summarize the proposal, then state her opinion about the proposal, and explain the reasons she gives for holding that opinion.
Please prepare your answer after the beep. Please begin speaking after the beep.
Question 3.
In this question, you will read a short passage on an academic subject and then listen to a talk on the same topic. You will then answer a question using information from both the reading passage and the talk. After the question, you will have 30 seconds to prepare your response and 60 seconds to speak. Read a passage about emotional intelligence from a psychology textbook. You will have 45 seconds to read the passage. Begin reading now. Now listen to part of a lecture in a psychology class.
So here's an example. My daughter had a friend over to our house recently, and they decided to watch a movie together. Only they got into an argument because they couldn't agree on what movie to watch. My daughter started to get quite upset during the argument, which wasn't like her at all. But then my daughter stopped and thought about why she was so upset. She realized her reaction was inappropriate, and she also realized she wasn't really upset with her friend. There was something else bothering her. You see, she had just gotten this summer job as a camp counselor for children, and she was feeling a lot of worry and stress about how well she would do since she'd never worked with children before. So she figured out that she wasn't upset about what movie to watch with her friend, but about starting her new job. She really wanted it to go well. She wanted the kids to like her. And when she understood this, she stopped arguing with her friend and apologized to her. She told her friend how anxious she felt about starting the job and how sorry she was about getting upset with her. And her friend encouraged her, saying she'd do great at the job. So my daughter felt better, and they relaxed and had fun together, the same as always.
Explain how the example from the lecture illustrates the concept of emotional intelligence.
Please prepare your answer after the beep. Please begin speaking after the beep.
Question 4.
In this question, you will listen to a short lecture. You will then be asked to summarize important information from the lecture. After you hear the question, you will have 20 seconds to prepare your response and 60 seconds to speak. Listen to part of a lecture from a biology class.
When we humans walk from place to place, we move on the Earth's surface, across the Earth's surface. Many animals, of course, do the same thing. Horses and dogs and cows and so on all move on the surface, across the surface of the Earth. But there are also quite a few animals that have the ability to move from place to place underground, beneath the Earth's surface. This moving around underground is known as subsurface locomotion. Subsurface locomotion has a number of benefits. One benefit of subsurface locomotion is that it enables animals to minimize their exposure to extreme temperatures. This is very helpful for animals that live in areas with harsh climates, where it could be very dangerous to spend large amounts of time on the surface. For example, in the Sahara Desert in Africa, there's a type of lizard that's able to move beneath the surface, through the sand, very quickly. Because this lizard can move so easily and so quickly underground, it doesn't have to travel on the surface, where it would be exposed to dangerously high temperatures. Another benefit of subsurface locomotion is that it can help animals capture prey. That's because animals on the surface can't see predators that are approaching underground. Our lizard in the Sahara Desert is, again, a good example. The way it works is, when an insect is walking nearby on the surface, it produces very subtle vibrations in the sand. When the lizard senses these vibrations, it moves very quickly, underground, where it can't be seen, toward the source of the vibrations. It then suddenly pops up right under the insect and catches it completely by surprise.
Using the example of the lizard from the lecture, explain 2 benefits of subsurface locomotion.
Please prepare your answer after the beep. Please begin speaking after the beep.
I think that parents should absolutely take part in helping a child plan and pick a career for the future. Um, One of the most important reasons for this is that parents are much more experienced than a child. Parents can um, help a child understand what is possible, what is not possible. If something is difficult, what are the potential obstacles along the way? And with the help of some feedback from an experienced person, a child has a better understanding of what they will have to deal with.
I agree that parents should be involved in helping their children choose a career because parents are more experienced in life than their children. They can give advices about the career path they have chosen personally so that the children would have an idea about advantages and disadvantages of their parents' career. For example, my mom. She helped my sister choose nursing as her course in college because my mom has already the resources and knowledge that she can pass to my sister. And my sister realized that she likes helping in the hospital setting.
The student's proposal described how construction was being very disruptive to student life on the campus and offered a solution in the form of scheduling and performing construction during the summer holidays when the facilities would be used a lot less by the students. Susan basically agreed with this proposal. She gave an example of how hard it was to park on the university parking lot during periods of construction when a few of the lots were closed down and students and faculty had to search for other parking spaces and were late to class because of that. Also, she mentioned that last year snowstorms delayed construction and that caused additional problems.
The proposal was about construction projects around school. Eric was suggesting that these projects should be scheduled during summer break and not during regular school days. One of the reasons he wrote was because it causes disruption to teachers and students going in and out of school. He also said that these projects will take lesser time to finish if it's done during summer break when weather is good. The student agreed with the proposal because she experienced having to drive circles just to find a parking spot during the construction of the parking lot. She also said that if construction projects are started during winter season, then it can take up so much time for the workers because there are days that the storm is really bad and it was dangerous for them to work.
Emotional intelligence is characterized as both the ability to recognize and to understand the true emotions one is experiencing and the ability to act on that knowledge. In the example where the professor talked about how his daughter was trying to decide about what movie to watch with her friend, um, the two women got into a discussion, a heated discussion about it, and the daughter of the professor at one point realized that she was getting angry and upset about the discussion, but that's not really the reason why she was so upset. It had to do with something completely different that was um, clouding her judgment in that particular moment.
As the psychology study states, there are various of human intelligence, and not just the ability to analyze or understand complex ideas. There is also what we call emotional intelligence. The example given by the professor was related to emotional intelligence. His daughter had an argument with her friend about what movie to watch, and she got really upset. but later realized that she was not upset at her friend, but she was really anxious about the job that she got as a summer camp counselor to children. She doesn't have any experience working with children, that's why she is very nervous. After realizing this, she apologized to her friend and they made up. The ability to understand your own feeling is an example of emotional intelligence, which can help you build better relationships with others.
The two benefits of subsurface locomotion, as described in the lecture, are first, minimizing exposure to extreme temperatures, because when you're underground, you don't feel the blistering heat of the sun in the Sahara Desert. And two, uh, moving underground helps animals detect their prey better. For example, the lizard, it detects the seismic movements of insects that are above ground, and this helps them pinpoint the location of insects and pop out under them with very high speed so that the insects are completely taken by surprise.
So, here are some benefits of lizards that are capable of subsurface locomotion. One is it minimizes their exposure to extreme temperature. This is helpful for lizards that are located in a place with harsh climates. It can also help lizards capture prey because insects on surface are unaware of these animals underground. The lizards can catch its prey on the surface because just a little movement from the insects can cause a vibration that the lizard can sense.
Don't forget to subscribe, like and share this video. Share your thoughts in the comments section and check back for new videos.